Hello, you beautiful thing, you. For those of you who are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Crafty Cats. And for those of you who have been here with me, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. Today's video is going to be a short video about the importance of prep for making tumblers with CrystaLac. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you at the end.
Today we're going to be talking about the importance of prep. So before I get into it, there are two types of tumblers. You have the stainless steel tumbler, which is just a stainless steel tumbler, and then you have a prepped stainless steel tumbler. Now the prepped stainless steel tumbler, this one's kind of dirty, don't mind it. This comes like this when you buy it, and it does still have a factory seal on it to keep it from rusting, because if you don't, it's going to rust. But these are already coated, as you can see, in white. These are really good for a very quick start. Say you need a tumbler very, very quickly. These are perfect. I personally love the prepped ones. But you do still need to sand them. Being a CrystaLac user, this is very, very important for good adherence for CrystaLac products. So you're still going to sand this, but you're going to sand it very, very lightly. And I will show you that just in a minute. The way that I find works best when prepping is using the Dawn Power Wash method. And all you're going to do is spray some power wash on your tumbler. This is I believe, Mother Tumblers, I believe. And then my prepped one is from the Steel Magnolia. Now I have quite a few of these Mother Tumbler ones that I'm going to prep and use to get them out of my inventory, because I've decided that I'm going to stick with Steel Magnolia. I just really, really love their design in their flat bottom. This makes my life so much easier. Plus, I also love the prepped. Now, I do believe Mother Tumbler has prepped as well, but I personally just like Steel Magnolia. So when you're sanding, you're going to go very lightly, just back and forth. You don't have to use any super duper pressure. That is not necessary. You just want to go ahead and scuff off the factory coating that comes on these. Now, as you can see, I'm only doing a small section, and I'll show you in just a sec why I am doing that. So we're just going to go back and forth, nice and lightly, using very little pressure. And the reason I'm using very little pressure is you don't really need a whole lot. You don't want to go, wrestling this thing. That's definitely not that serious. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and rinse this off, and I want to show you what it looks like, show you the difference. So as you can see, it's definitely scuffed compared to the unsanded part. You see the difference? It's a little bit duller. Definitely see some, for lack of a better word, scuffing. Now, if you watch doing the water test, so as a CrystaLac user, we do what's called the water test, and that's basically just running water over this. As you can see over on this side, it beads. You see how it's beading? Now, the sanded side, it will more do of a sheet. It like sheaths off. That's what you're looking for. That is what you want. That passes the water test, and that tells you that it is prepped the way that you need it, and you're good to go from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and sand the rest of this. But what you're looking for is that sheathing. That's what you want when sanding your tumbler for prep. Another way you can prep is just using sorry, I'm saying a lot, like citrus strip, or I think it's called crud cutter. I've never used crud cutter. I've only used citrus strip, and citrus strip actually works really well for me. To use citrus strip, all you're going to do is put down some aluminum foil. You will put the tumbler down on the aluminum foil, and with a gloved hand, make sure that it's gloved, you will just coat the whole tumbler in the citrus strip wrap it in aluminum foil, put it in a Ziploc bag overnight. Or, I mean, really, you only need 30 minutes, but I do it overnight just because that's how my routine is. And in the morning or 30 minutes when it's done, you are good to go. You just rinse it off and you're all set. I like personally doing it that way. This is just something that I want to show you guys for proper sanding. Now, honestly, I don't really sand this way much anymore. I use the citrus strip just because it's easier and quicker. Saturday night when I get off of work, I can throw some tumblers on in a bag with the citrus strip, and by the next day I'm good. I'm ready to go for whatever, whether it may be orders, tutorials, whatever. So personally, I like citrus strip. That's just me. You do whatever works best for you. The beautiful thing about crafting is it's up to you. You know, if it works for you, that's great. Now you see that? You see how it's kind of like, I mean, it looks like it's beading, but it's really sheeting off. And that's exactly what you're looking for. Now, when it comes to the prep tumblers, these you want to be careful. This you want to go very, very lightly, even more so than those, because you don't want to scuff this white part. And honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, I do believe I may, well, let's see. Nope, definitely have not sanded this one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and spray with a little bit of Dawn. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know why the power wash works so well in cutting down the time. It just does. If you don't use the power wash, so I did a little test and I found with the power wash, I can sand a cup in about 60 seconds to a minute 30. Without the power wash, it takes me at least 5 minutes for a stainless steel one. This one, not as much, because like I said, you want to be very, very light with this. You don't want to go super crazy because you don't want to pull off the white paint. You know, you really just want to scuff off the what's powder coated? I don't think that's right. The top coat, whatever's on the top coat. So we're just going to lightly scuff this guy. And that's all you need. You don't need to go super duper crazy. You don't need no sanding machine or anything like that. Now, if you have like arthritis or something, then I definitely suggest using citrus strip or something to that effect. Just because you want to be easy on your hands, you know, like arthritis is no joke. I have an aunt who, her arthritis is so bad that her fingers actually have curled from it. So I know that arthritis is no joke. So if you have arthritis, but you still want to make tumblers, please, please, please just use citrus strip or whatever works best for you. Now, if you look, you see the difference. It is sheeting off. And I know it looks like beading, kind of, but it's really, that's exactly what we want. We want that sheathing. That's gorgeous. That's exactly what we're going for. So always remember, when it comes to CrystaLac products, you have to prep for a good base. If you do not prep, you're just opening yourself up to failure, honestly. It won't adhere correctly. You get something, you know, it just, trust me when I say prep is very, very important. You want that good adhesion for the CrystaLac products to your tumbler. So I know a lot of epoxy users don't prep, and that's fine. If that works for them, great. You know, epoxy is a lot different than CrystaLac. For us, the best thing for your tumbler is to prep. I promise you, if you prep, you will have a good foundation to create beautiful works of art that you already create. So on that note, prep. Make sure whatever you do, whether you decide citrus strip or crud cutter or to sand like this, whatever you do, just make sure that this is your first step. Okay?
If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking around. I hope I was able to teach you guys why prep is so important when it comes to using CrystaLac products. Don't forget to take 10 minutes to yourself. Doesn't matter what you're doing, just take 10 minutes out of the day to spend for yourself, whether it be reading a chapter in a book, watering your flowers, work on your mental health. That is very, very important. And don't forget to have a very blessed day. I will see you guys in the next one.